All right, this is OneLastMidnight. Welcome back to another episode of Valheim. In this episode, we're going to look at 10 more really useful tips inside of Valheim. I hope you guys enjoy. There are various types of crypts inside of Valheim, and they're typically really dark. But did you know that you can place a campfire on the floor inside of the crypts? Not only to light your way, but also to give you a resting buff so that you can regenerate your health and your stamina more quickly when you're inside these crypts. The swamp is not really a fun place, filled with draugrs, skeletons, blobs, surtlings, and the ever-present pesky maggots. Make sure you carry your hoe with you to fill in the water inside of the swamp, making it a whole lot easier for you and exposing those leeches to the ground. Leeches on the ground cannot do their poison attack, and they go and search for water before they can start attacking you again, making it easy to kill them off. Did you know there was hidden treasure in Valheim? There are numerous types of different rock formations inside of Valheim that contain treasure. Make sure you have your pick on you and dig down when you see these interesting rock formations. Eventually you'll come across things like skeletal remains, gems and gold, and even the occasional chest. The most common one you find is the one that's shaped like a boat, but you'll also find formations like this, where rocks are stacked on top of each other, and sometimes there's even gold just outside of it. But make sure you dig in and around these areas, because you may find treasure pretty easily, even if it's just a few skeleton bones. When you're ready to move on to the mountains, one of the most dangerous creatures here is the wolf. Make sure you keep your ears open when hunting in the mountains, and listen for the wolf call. Chances are, if you can hear the wolf, you'll be able to see him. Make sure you stand still and look at the environment to see if you can see him moving. Once you've found the wolf, get out your bow and take him out. Did you know there's a way to get easy stone in the game? Once you get up to the Iron Age, you unlock the stone cutter. Put down a workbench and a stone cutter. Find yourself a nice castle laying around. Of course, it might be protected by somebody. And just go around and destroy the bottom part of the structure. Eventually, you're going to cut through all the base support pieces, and the entire structure will fall down, giving you tons and tons of stone. You can place a quick portal here to gather up all the stone and transport it back to your base, and you will have free stone. When digging for copper, make sure you're not just mining on the surface cap. Continue to keep digging down, because chances are you'll find even more copper veins underneath the copper cap. When gathering wood for your base, or for any building that you might be doing, chances are you're going to run out of inventory space. Unlike other base building pieces in the game, the wood pile does not require a workbench, and you can just quickly place it down, so that you can continue to keep picking up your wood stacks and harvesting more wood. Just remember to place a marker on your map so that you know where your wood is located. And then you could come back to them anytime you want. Did you know that you can ping your map? If you right-click on your map, you can send a ping, which can be shown in the world, not only to yourself, but to other players if you're playing a multiplayer game. This is a great way to help you quickly navigate or get your friends together in a specific area. When you first discover core wood, you unlock Stag Breaker. It requires 20 core wood, 5 deer trophies, and 2 leather scraps. Stag Breaker is a giant hammer which produces fantastic AoE damage, making it perfect for when you're surrounded by creatures, and great for inside of burial chambers. The knockback stuns enemies briefly, giving you time to take those swings. In Valheim, it's very possible to get a bad seed. So when you start the world, you think you're doing fine, but then find out quickly that maybe you're surrounded by plains, or you're surrounded by swamp, or you're surrounded by something more difficult that you can handle, or you can't even get progression because harder biomes are just too close to your starting position. But what do you do with the stuff that you've already gathered? Maybe you've invested a couple hours into the game before you find out your seed isn't that great. Well, there's a solution. Your character is not tuned to the world that you're in, meaning any items that I carry on my person can be transported from one world to another. Just load up the items that you have on your character, log out of the game, create yourself a new map, and log in. The items that you added to your character from your previous world are still on your character and can now be added to your new world. You can easily port back and forth between worlds, transporting your items with your character by logging out, logging into your old world, and then filling up your character, and then logging into your new world again. All right, well, that was it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on 10 more very useful tips. If you guys did, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'd love to have you in the community. If you want to follow me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below, and make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you know when I go live and when I post new videos. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.